Magandang araw mga Kapitek. Let's have a quick drill on this video. This is already session number 24 para sa ating licensure examination for teachers. Good luck sa lahat po ng magtitake. And here is your quick 20-item test for the topic Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. Huwag kakalimutan na mag-take down ng notes and be able to share po ang inyong mga scores later on. Comment down below dito sa ating video. Let's start off with our item number 1. A teacher posts negative remarks about a student on social media due to misbehavior in class. Which ethical principle is being violated? Maintaining confidentiality and professionalism, upholding academic freedom, encouraging free speech, or exercising authority over students. You are correct if your answer is letter A, maintaining confidentiality and professionalism. You have to remember, bilang isang mga guro, bilang isang mga professionals, as we properly termed yung ating profession, yung negative remarks about the student is actually a no-no. We just have to make use of the social media in a positive way because we are upholding that kind of principle, which is confidentiality and professionalism. Item number 2, a teacher accepts an expensive gift from a parent in exchange for a passing grade for their child. What ethical violation does this constitute? A, bribery and misconduct. B, conflict of interest. C, professional negligence. Or D, favoritism. You are correct if your answer is letter A, bribery and misconduct. Item number 3, a teacher refuses to teach a student with disability, claiming it is beyond their expertise. Which principle in the Code of Ethics is being disregarded? A, teachers must be selective in accepting students. B, teachers must treat all students fairly and equally. C, teachers must prioritize students without special needs. Or D, teachers must seek legal permission before refusing a student. Obviously, kung ang Code of Ethics ang pagbabasehan po natin, ang ating sagot dito, you are correct if your answer is letter B, teachers must treat all students fairly and equally. And this is in line with the principles as well of inclusive education. Item number 4. A new teacher shares confidential information about the student's family issues with colleagues for entertainment. Which ethical duty is being violated? Professional collaboration, student confidentiality, curriculum transparency, or social engagement? Tandaan natin, ang keyword natin dito will be sharing of confidential information. You are correct if your answer is letter B, student confidentiality. There is a hard rule between the teacher and the student in terms of the confidentiality of data that will be shared to colleagues, to their classmates, or to the class. Very important that you have to understand that there is the only person that can have supposedly an access to the data of the learner shall be the parent and the learner himself, and that of the teacher. Item number 5. A teacher is caught habitually arriving late and dismissing class early. This is a violation of which ethical standard? A, commitment to duty. B, professional autonomy. C, research and innovation. Or D, social responsibility. Correct answer here is letter A, commitment to duty. Item number 6. A teacher has developed a personal romantic relationship with one of their senior high school students. What ethical concern does this raise? A, violation of teacher-student boundaries, B, professional development, C, encouragement of academic motivation, or D, support for student self-expression. You are correct if your answer is letter A, violation of teacher-student boundaries. Item number 7. A teacher witnesses a colleague using harsh and degrading words towards students. What should the teacher do first? A. Ignore the situation since it is not their concern. B. Confront the teacher immediately in front of the students. C. Report the incident following proper school procedures. Or D. Advise students to ignore their teacher's behavior. Correct answer for number 7 is letter C, report the incident following proper school procedures. In this particular case, pwede nating magamit dito yung konsepto ng ating uh, a certain point of the DepEd order, no? In terms of bullying and in terms of how we should be handling yung ganitong mga behavior ng ating mga estudyante. Okay? And if there is a kind of uh, a violation, no? If the confrontation is between the child or the learner and the teacher, usually ang case na ito ay pwedeng i-consider as a child abuse. Pero kapag ang case naman ay a student and another student, then that will be a case of bullying. Depende po sa degree, no? Depende po sa degree. But in this particular context, ang pinag-uusapan natin is that a colleague, no? A teacher, using harsh and degrading words toward the student. So that will fall under child abuse case, no? Possible na child abuse case, and the correct answer is to report the incident following proper school procedures. Item number 8. A teacher regularly collaborates with colleagues and shares best teaching practices. This behavior demonstrates adherence to what ethical responsibility? A. Commitment to excellence and professional growth. B. Protecting one's intellectual property. C. Avoiding competition with colleagues. Or D. Individual teaching autonomy. In the Department of Education, ang collaboration with colleagues ay pwede nating i-consider as part ng tinatawag natin na Learning Action Cell. Ito ay isang professional learning community na kung saan nagkakaroon ng sharing ang ating mga teachers in terms of the different issues that they have encountered and what are the possible recommendations or possible ways on how to address these issues that were identified. Recently, yung collaborative expression na ito ay tinawag na natin ngayon in the latest na DepEd pronouncement na CE, no? Or yung tinatawag natin na collaborative expertise. For number 8, the correct answer is letter A, commitment to excellence and professional growth. If there's one thing that DepEd advocates right now, ay ang paggamit ng collaborative expertise or yung mga job-embedded learning na tinatawag natin na kung saan there is an immediate, no? Meron tayong immediate na result. Meron tayong immediate na mga recommendations, no, na po pwedeng magamit because these recommendations are coming, no, from the teachers, from their colleagues, from their mentors para makita nila kaagad kung ano or paano i-address yung mga issues that were identified. Item number 9. Which of the following is not aligned with the ethical responsibilities of a professional teacher? A. Advocating for students' rights and welfare. B. Using their position to influence students' political choices. C. Continuously engaging in professional development. Or D. Promoting Filipino values in education. Not aligned with the ethical responsibilities of the profession of a professional teacher. Correct answer here is, of course, it's letter B, using their position to influence students' political choices. Item number 10. A teacher engages in continuous training and research to improve teaching methods. This reflects which ethical responsibility: A. Lifelong learning and professional growth, B. Academic competition, C. School policy compliance, or D. Social prestige. Continuous training and research. You are correct if your answer is letter A, lifelong learning and professional growth. Item number 11. A teacher is assigned to a subject outside their specialization. Instead of complaining, they take professional development courses to improve their competence. Which ethical principle is demonstrated? A. Professional growth and lifelong learning. B. Resistance to change. C. Selective teaching preference. Or D. Academic independence. Obviously, ang sagot natin for number 11 ay letter A, professional growth and lifelong learning. The realities in the field will allow you to see that there are really teachers that are being assigned in learning areas that are not into their field of specialization. So what can be done, no, in this particular case? Administratively, bilang isang school principal, ang pwedeng gawin dyan ay magkaroon talaga ng, kung hindi maiiwasan, ay talagang mabibigyan ng assignment na wala sa kanyang specialization. So anong gagawin dyan? Bibigyan ng proper mentoring, bibigyan ng proper training, at lalagyan siya ng isang programa na kung saan makaka-cope up yung teacher na yon in handling yung classes, no, that are not aligned doon sa kanyang specialization. Tawag natin dito ay professional growth, no, acceptance of which refers to professional growth and lifelong learning. Item number 12, a teacher runs for a local government position while actively teaching. What should be or what should the teacher do to adhere to the code of ethics? A. Continue teaching and campaign only after hours, after school hours. B. Take a leave of absence or resign from teaching. C. Ask students and parents to support their candidacy. Or D. Use classroom time to discuss political issues and their campaign. Correct answer is letter B, take a leave of absence or resign from teaching. There is a clarification in this particular item. No? If a teacher is already hired in the government, meron tayong civil service regulation na kung saan the act of filing itself, once the teacher is able to apply, no, in under the COMELEC rules at nabigyan siya ng nakapag-file siya ng kanyang candidacy for any kind of position, whatever political position may that be, automatically the teacher is deemed resigned. No? Ibig sabihin, nag-resign na siya. No? So that is a very strict rule, no, na pina-follow in the government service, and that is also applied to teachers. But in this case, kung hindi pa naman siya nasa public school, ay mag-take a leave of absence muna or possibly resign from teaching. Item 13. A teacher accepts tutoring sessions for their own students outside of class hours in exchange for a fee. Which ethical principle is violated? A. Conflict of interest. B. Curriculum flexibility. C. Professional autonomy. Or D. Social responsibility. The correct answer here is letter A. It's a conflict of interest. Item number 14. A teacher gives lower grades to students who do not bring gifts during special occasions. This action is a clear violation of A. Professionalism and fairness in grading. B. Academic freedom. C. Socialization in schools. Or D. Institutional loyalty. Morally, the correct answer natin dito for number 14 ay letter A. It violates yung professionalism and fairness in grading. The sole responsibility or tandaan po natin ito na yung number one na responsible in terms of yung teaching ay nakaatang po yan sa ating mga tuguruan, no? So yung act of teaching itself, the assessment of learning for grading and for instructional purposes ay trabaho din po yan ng ating mga teachers. 15. A parent offers a teacher large sum of money to guarantee their child's honor status. What should the teacher do? A. Politely refuse and report the incident to school authorities. B. Accept the money but remain impartial. C. Consider the offer to avoid conflicts with the parent. Or D. Ignore the situation and continue teaching as usual. Number 15, the correct answer is letter A. Politely refuse and report the incident to school authorities. Number 16, a teacher posts negative comments about students and schools on social media. What ethical principle is violated? We have already noted this one kanina. But although may mga iba pang mga choices, no, na ibinigay, no? A. Professional decorum and responsible communication. B. Personal freedom of expression. C. Political engagement. Or D. Social responsibility. Our correct answer here is letter A. Professional decorum and responsible communication. Number 17. A teacher refuses to attend mandated professional development program saying they already know everything needed for teaching. This violates which ethical principle? A. Commitment to lifelong learning. B. Professional independence. C. Institutional loyalty. Or D. Academic freedom. Yes, you are correct. If your answer is letter A, commitment to lifelong learner. As teachers, we are mandated to constantly upgrade our competence in many different aspects. No? May it be in a training, in formal education, mentoring, coaching, or any other professional development program. That is our commitment to lifelong learning. Item number 18. A new teacher asks a senior colleague for guidance in handling classroom management issues. The senior teacher refuses, stating that everyone should learn on their own. This violates which ethical duty? A. Cooperation and mentorship among teachers. B. Academic autonomy. C. Research ethics. Or D. Institutional loyalty. So obviously, ang 18 natin, ang ating sagot dyan ay letter A, cooperation and mentorship among teachers. It's very important that senior teachers are given the role to be the mentors, no, sa ating mga newly hired teachers. In the parlance of the Department of Education, in the public school, ang tawag natin dito ay yung program na IPBT or the induction program for beginning teachers. So it's very important that beginning teachers, ito yung mga newly hired teachers from 0 to 3 years in the service ay nabibigyan ng tamang guidance by way of mentoring and coaching to be provided by their assigned mentors. Item number 19. A teacher refuses to teach indigenous students believing they cannot succeed academically. What ethical principle is being violated? A. Respect for diversity and inclusion. B. Curriculum standardization. C. Student behavior management. Or D. Educational assessment ethics. For number 19, the correct answer is letter A. Respect for diversity and inclusion. Finally, item number 20. A teacher actively participates in community projects and programs beyond school activities. This practice reflects which ethical responsibility? A. Social responsibility and service to the community. B. Academic freedom. C. Professional competition. Or D. Personal fulfillment. Active participation in community projects and programs beyond the school activities are considered to be part of our letter A, no, social responsibility and service to the community. Right? So there you have it, mga ka-PTEC. We were able to provide you additional 20 items under the topic Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. Once again, ako po si Sir Willie, ang inyong lead trainer for the PTEC Training Center na nagbibigay ng mga makabuluhang mga review videos as you prepare for your licensure examination for teachers. Maraming salamat and see you po sa ating susunod na videos. Good luck and soon you will become a licensed professional teachers.